These are the Nelson Racing Wheel E-Series LCI DCT version 2 paddle kit. These are the most expensive paddles on the market, and they are for a reason because they're extremely high quality. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install them, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion on whether they are worth buying. So as far as what you're going to need, the bolt on the battery is a 10mm, so you're going to need one of those. You're going to need a pick set. It's a lot easier if you have a pick set to get the pin out of the shifter. And then you're going to need these a torque set. You might as well just buy the whole thing because you're going to need it. It's BMW. But I'm going to put up the ones that you actually need on the screen here. Oh, and then you're also going to need a flathead screwdriver that you're going to use to pop the airbag out. The first thing you're going to do is look for a hole just under the steering wheel. There should be one on both sides for the M Sport steering wheel, and you're going to poke a little hole just to make a little opening, and then you're going to use your flathead screwdriver and point it towards the center of the steering wheel. You should feel a spring. It's very noticeable, very obvious that it's a spring, and there'll be one on both sides. That'll allow your airbag to pop out and you can get to work. There's going to be two connectors on the back of the airbag. Make sure your battery is unplugged. I already mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. You don't want this thing blowing up in your face. So make sure it's unplugged before you start. So now you're going to follow the red wires and you're going to locate the connectors. There should be one on each side. I use one of the picks to put it in front of the connector to loosen it. So next you're going to use the T20 Torx to take out the bolts that are holding in the paddles. So now you're just going to loosen up the red wire, and then you're going to unclip the plastic piece that comes on the front of the paddle. The whole point of buying the pick is to help you in this part right here. You're going to press through and pull out the pin that's holding that little module to the paddle. And then you're going to take it off, and you're gonna basically put it right on the new paddle. That's kind of why I had them lined up, so you could just see that it's literally goes from one paddle to the new one, and they fit perfectly. Make sure everything's lined up. There's a spring, there's a little bar, make sure that's all lined up. And then you're gonna put the pin back in. Give it a test, make sure that it clicks all right. Here I was just making sure that the pin was in all the way. So now that one piece clips right back on, but you have to thread the wire through. Make sure you do that, and then you can clip it back onto the paddle. Next, you'll just have to rewrap the wire the way it was through the little grooves, and that is it. Next, you're going to thread the red wires back through the hole, and then you're going to be able to put the paddle in its place. At the top, there's just like a little clip. I'm just tucking in the wires how they were. And of course, you're going to repeat the process in reverse. You're going to put the bolt back in to tighten up the paddles. Then you're going to take your red connector, and remember those two holes are supposed to be facing you, so you're going to put those in, one on both sides. And lastly, the two connectors that go on the back of the airbag, you're just going to clip those right in, and then you're going to line up the clips and you're just going to push in, and it should go in very nicely. Finally, I am done. Oh my god, that took too long. But basically, dude, we've got some real paddle shifters, alright? None of that stick-on fake crap. This looks 100 times better than stock. They feel really, really good. I'm gonna take this out for a spin right now and just test it out. But look at that, man. Oh, super, super nice. So as far as hand placement goes, I think these are great for people with big hands. They kind of extend the reach on the paddles a little bit further. I feel like the stock paddles were just, I almost had to like bend my fingers way more just to get to the paddle. Now they're comfortably just sitting on the paddle, which is nice. And then if I decide not to put my hand on the paddle, there's enough space in between for, so that I don't feel it. So obviously these paddles don't look stock, but they don't look like overkill for this car, in my opinion, and they look a lot better than sticking on some big ones on your stock paddles. These are a little bit pricier, but honestly, like, to get this set up to where they are their own assembly, and they're machined, they're made essentially custom. I don't mind paying a little extra to get quality. I don't see things as expensive as long as they serve the purpose that I'm looking for, and I think these really do. So I decided to go with silver, and honestly, it gives it kind of like a nice stock, almost OEM plus look. The only thing that I couldn't quite figure out while installing them was why the upshift paddle has more of like a pronounced click sound than the downshift paddle. Maybe you guys can hear that through here. So there's more of a click on this side. Honestly, dude, I probably took that thing off 4 to 5 times to try and figure out why it was, more clicky on this side. But any way I put every part, it didn't really make a difference. So I'm thinking, car is old. It's 10 years old, 82,000 miles. That's just probably how it's gonna be. Which honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm obsessed garage, where I obsess over these small details. I let them bother me for a bit, and then I forget about them, but it's honestly not a big deal. Yeah, dude, it feels so good. $180 right on my fingertips, baby. That feels good, man. Ooh, dude, it feels too good. Easy, my dude. Okay, the downshifts feel good. The placement, I thought that they weren't going to feel that good because, the stock ones have more of a curvature. They're more round where you put your finger. But even though these are like straight and it's metal, it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. Oh yeah, these feel amazing, man. You totally forget about the price after you put them on and you start using them, because they feel so high in quality. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They look sick and they feel great. When you buy paddles that are actually the entire unit, it's not just stick on, you're not going to be afraid to be on a track or on a canyon run and like fear that they pop off when you're doing like 80 miles per hour, hitting a corner. These aren't going anywhere. These are bolted right in. Downshifts. Very, very nice. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. I got some more mods on the way. If anybody can figure out why that right side clicks more than the other, that would be great. I'll get over it. Feel free to leave any questions down in the comments. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.